Hey everyone, traders, friends, and family. Welcome to statistically my most profitable day of the week. That's why I spell it Wednesday, W-I-N-S-D-A-Y. Let's hop into some stocks that you requested and that I think might be moving, look at some analysis, talk about them, and enrich lives together. You rock. I'll see you in the video. Hey traders from around the world, what is going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. I made it back to Nashville, Tennessee early this morning and did not get a chance to take advantage of the beautiful gaps and movements that we had out there in the market, but I was able to come back and scorch a gain on bullish position actually. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. What is interesting about the SPY is we did pull down into a very beautiful support level. So we came down into the 100 and the 200 simple moving averages. So from here, I mean, it'll be time. Time will tell if we break this and if we go lower. We could easily bounce from here, and this very well could be a potential bottom. You'll notice that yesterday we actually had 2 pennies away from a shaved bottom candle. So SPY gapping down today was a very good retest gap to wait for the retest on. And that's exactly what you got right here. You'll see the S-curve, right? Just retest, rolls over. Perfect evening star from the Elysian Fields of Profit. And then, of course, it takes out a nice little low of the day break later in the day and then traded down. This was a morning star pattern that I missed, actually, right here. So I missed that morning star. I logged on into the morning room on that candle. So at 11 o'clock a.m. also Mueller was giving a presentation and a chat, and yeah, we got a nice little pop right there. So we were able to ride up some of that move as we did get a chance to play square. But what I should have done is just kept my order open, because the order entry that I had was like getting filled here with the stop loss down there at 275.85, and I would have been able to sell for about an R back up at that resistance, but I did cancel that trade. No big deal. Anyway, SPY hanging out doing this thing, really pretty sideways and relatively choppy today. So this looks like a double bottom on the 15-minute chart. So if I come over here to the E-minis, which is the futures contract, I've been looking at playing some futures bullish tonight, most likely. I did scalp a little bit of a bullish move last night right here. Very small little win. Early, what time is this? 19, so about 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern yesterday. Got a little bit of a bullish move out of there, but packed it in. And then once it took out that support here at 1:15 a.m., just got smoked. I'll keep an eye on it. We will see. We don't have to go higher by any means. This is a nice little support resistance. But again, good double bottom for the most part. And if that can break higher and start to move, then we should all feel pretty good about that overall move and just getting some good gainages from that and seeing how, what happens. As far as looking at the broader markets, there were some great gaps today. Netflix was beautiful. I loved this gap, because here's the 100 simple moving average, and you can see the 100 simple was just pressing it higher, holding it up, holding it up, holding it up, and then if it just gapped down, it was going to move, I figured. In fact, I talked about that yesterday in the afternoon room during Tech Giant Tuesday. Here's a quick clip and recording of that discussion. Is Netflix. And Netflix, this one did have a nice little move today. That 100 has been holding up rock steady solid. Now the cool part is at some point I'm imagining this is going to break down. It could be tomorrow. Now the cool part is at some point I'm imagining this is going to break down. It could be tomorrow. Now the cool part is at some point I'm imagining this is going to break down. It could be tomorrow. So it'll be Wednesday morning. Netflix. A gap down below 352. I'll be bearish after a flash higher. Okay. So yeah, we'll see what Netflix does. I mean, it's just really kind of hanging out. The 100 just perfectly keeping this thing pressed up. And on an hourly time frame, we're very sideways. So hanging out, chilling. We'll see what it does, if anything at all. And if not, no big deal. Sorry, let me go back to the 3-minute chart. It did have a decent bounce this morning. And Tom, I don't know if he got a chance to play this one or not. He was at the Money Grows on Trees seminar this weekend, and he did make an R on Amazon today. But on Netflix, this was a 3-minute, and again, it just really kind of ran out the gate. The early morning, first hour, was pretty bullish, and I wasn't specifically surprised by that, but to come back and see it have all rolled over was and is and kind of somewhat relatively interesting. So Netflix, nice rollover, decent move, and we'll see if that one gaps down and what it does tomorrow. So again, in the afternoon room, all the time taking notes and kind of creating an ideal plan and scenario and setup for what I want a particular stock to do the next day. Netflix really was just absolutely gargantuanly gorgeous. Square was another beautiful bearish gap and go today, opening right below the low. And believe it or not, we actually were able to take this one for a super small win on a day trade. So here's the 5-minute chart. And we played this one as about as good as we could have. Once it double bottomed, so here's the double bottom. The double bottom came up, threw in some upper shadows that had some similar highs. And once that upper shadow, once we retested and broke out of there, we got in bullish. I guess theoretically I could have probably taken the long here with a stop down there, and that would have made it a little bit better. But I didn't. Thought about it, could have, probably should have, but I waited for it to break higher. And never got to our quarter of a target, but we did end up getting out of the trade right here. And again, it really was, I think I made 70 bucks on this trade. It was pretty small, nothing crazily wild on Square, but it was a win nonetheless. And believe it or not, I had some traders play the exact opposite direction, which was nice. So check this out. I want to scroll up and give a beautiful shout out to my boy Iberto, who just played so well today. He said 1R on Square bearish. This is how he played it. And here was his day. 1R on Bank of America, 1R on ARMN, a negative R on Marvel, 1R on Square for 1.94 Rs on the day. That is beautiful. And then here's Claude saying, what do you guys think of Tesla for the rest of the day? And at 1:54 p.m., I said small edge of bullishness. So let's hop back over to Tesla and look at this. So Tesla, that note came out, Claude was asking that question. I made that comment right here. And it really did have a nice little edge of bullishness. Good little pop, good support, good move. I did miss this one earlier today, and I'm a little bit bummed about that. I was so close to setting up an entry right here with a stop at this green line. So this is how I was going to play it, was once this kind of happened and retraced, if it bounced, I was going to get in. Didn't, too bad, should have, but that's okay. I actually like the fact that Tesla got another good little bit of bullish volume coming in today. This again is just an absolutely sensational strong support. This was the winky face candle. So as long as Tesla doesn't break below that candle, specifically close below the low of that candle along with this candle, we should be pretty much good to go. But we shall see. Going to be interesting, and time will tell. But as long as we don't close below that level, Tesla's going to have a chance, a snowball's chance, in a turned off microwave to potentially go higher. But if Tesla closes below these levels, Tesla will have a snowball's chance in a turned on microwave. Interesting to see exactly how that's going to play out. Had a request for Qualcomm, QCOM, and Qualcomm, here's what we got. And we do have a little bit of a island reversal. Is absolutely correct. We got it. Double gap action all up in this general area on Qualcomm. So we get a little bit of a retest. If we get a retest again and a trade lower, yeah, Qualcomm does look a smidge on the bearish side with an interesting gap breaking below the low of this bullish high wave candle. So we get to see just kind of what that does overall, but the weekly chart on Qualcomm, a little, this is a massive, massive bullish candle with huge volume. I suspect some people are going to be taking some profit after that move. So we'll see on Qualcomm. But yeah, it does look a little on the weak side. Another super fun announcement before I look at 2 or 3 other stocks. It's finally out, some of the details for the Nashville trading retreat. I will include that link in your email along with the description. But if you want to be there, September 1st through September 5th of this year. So it is around the corner. If you want to participate, this most likely will sell out before Monday. And I'm not exaggerating about that at all. If you want to be there and you want to stay wherever you want to stay, this is going to be a pretty popular option, as we will sell out of the rooms of the Airbnb that we booked. So if you want to stay wherever you want and still show up and take advantage of a 4-day seminar with food and all that kind of stuff included, you can definitely do that. If you or your spouse want to come, feel free to. $17.95 for 2 people. And if you want your bedroom all by yourself, it's $11.95. And if you want to share a bedroom with someone, there's only 2 slots available for that anyway. Again, that will sell out most likely before you even get this email. So if you want some details on that, the way we're doing it is we're just going to have my most amazing human being in my life, Miss Ashley Allen, email her, and she will get you all booked up and taken care of, because we want to make sure everyone doesn't have any food allergies, all that kind of good stuff, any type of dietary restrictions, because we will be providing food. So feel free to chat with her, and if you would like to bring your spouse and would like to be a part of this wonderful trading event, make sure to be there. It will be an astronomically exceptional time here in Nashville, Tennessee. Remember, this is the event that you all voted for. We hosted a vote about 2 months ago, and it was between Chicago, Hawaii, North Carolina, and Nashville won with flying colors, which is totally adequate and makes loads of sense. So I hope you can all be there. I would love for you to join us. It's going to be an amazing time, and that's all I have to say on that. Here's Apple, AAPL, and Apple today just slowly chugging lower. I do think Apple goes a little bit lower eventually, although today is probably a low for the next 2 to 3 days. But the trend right now, short term, is bearish. So as it pulls up into these averages, look for a little bit of a short opportunity. I think at some point we're going to come down and fill this gap right here on Apple. So if and when that happens, just look to buy a dip. Long term, I do plan on potentially positioning in a few more shares on this pullback. It's either between that or Disney. I don't have any shares of Disney. I'm trying to think about if I want to buy some shares of Disney, or if I want to buy some shares of Apple on this little pullback today. I will be buying a 140 June 2021 call option on Disney any day now. Just waiting for a little bit more pullback to occur, but that's something I'm planning on doing on Disney. Longer term, I'm bullish. They're doing a lot of things right with the whole Aladdin movie and the Disney Vault and releasing some streamings and all that kind of good stuff. So pretty pumped about Disney, figuring out exactly what that's going to end up doing. Should be an interesting event. And 3M. So 3M, a little bit of a bearish unravel on 3M, hoping it can kind of continue lower. Got out of a bull put spread on this one, and just seeing what it's going to do from here. If it keeps going lower on 3M, all should be good. And speaking of getting out of some spreads, Google did close below the low of this magnificent bullish candle from the 15th of May. So my thought process on Google at this point is most likely a retest and then a move lower. Was able to exit this 1250, 1260 bear call spread on Google, and at this point, the 1080, 1060 bull put spread for July is forever and a half away. And my goal at this particular juncture is to plan on just buying the dip if it comes down to the 100 simple on a weekly. But before then, you do have a little bit of a bearish signal, some good volume. I'll look for a retest over the next 2 to 3 days and most likely position myself with a put position on Google just to protect any of the downside in case Google really, really does start rocking lower. But long term, like on a big picture scale, if you're bullish on the internet, you got to be bullish on Google. Other exciting news, the information for the Money Grows on Trees 2020 event most likely will be out next week. for all of those who want to attend this year's presentations and event and information, and just overall content was delectably delicious. And of course, the free open house week for real life trading, that will also be announced most likely this weekend. Sending out dates and links your way. Keep your eyes on your inbox. You are amazing. My mission is to enrich lives, and I will see you all on Friday. And until then, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye. Boom, that's it. Wednesday stock review wrapped up, delivered for you. Thank you for watching. Make sure to click that subscribe button because I do this 3 times every single week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I have more coming next week. I have so much content, and I want you to check out this video right here because if you like this one, you'll love that one. You rock.